vended the skin?
As you fill the museum, bards from all over will make their way to Solitude. Keep working on the clues in Nell's poem. Once we have all the instruments collected, the performance can begin. You did it! Just look at them all on display and waiting to be played. Maestro Nell would be happy to see them back, I think. No more reveries. We must celebrate this historic occasion. It is time for a Solskap. A gathering of the bards. Poetry, song, and drink. It will be the first performance of my epic, an adventurer's triumph. Everyone in Solitude must know. I have handbills, but there is so much to do. Can you put them up? Then hurry back for the show. There are many fine places to post handbills around Solitude. You should only need to post 4 of them, but make sure people see them. We need to get the word out. Ah, the Salskap. It's a congregation of masterful bards. For generations, master bards would call for a Salskap in times of joy. They sent word across the region, or even all of Tamriel, for the most talented bards to gather to them. No, a celebration, a days-long bash. Bards and skalds gather together to talk, play music, drink, tell stories, share recent events, and perform their latest works. I revived this old ritual to bring us together again. A wonder to behold. There are many fine places to post.
Just a small donation.
Greetings to all! Hurry now! Our entertainment begins momentarily! Time for the Selskap to begin. You of all people should stay for the entertainment. I wish I had time to hear how you found all the instruments. Good. I spoke with my fellow bards, and we are in agreement. The instruments shall stay on display, and every year we will host a celebration of their return. This way, everyone can play and hear them. I reserve the seat of honor for you. Enjoy.
Everyone ready?
I tuned up.
You have done. You have done the Bard's Calling. It's an exciting time in the Bard's College. We'll discuss the instruments, schedule times to take them down from their stands and cases to play. Disagreement? Well, I don't see a reason to upset the compromise. Though future generations of bards, you have done the Bard's College a great...
You don't look sick. Do you need a place to stay? You there. Are you seeking refuge from the affliction too? This is a safe haven for those of us with werewolf blood who haven't been infected. If you require sanctuary, this is the best chance you'll get. You don't know? Some kind of disease has spread throughout Blackreach. It's turning werewolves mad. Feral, almost. And our only hope to find a cure vanished without a trace. Alchemist Razir said he was close to developing one, and then disappeared. Tranya can tell you more. She's down below in the caverns with the others, putting together an effort to search for him. Please, if you can spare any help, we'd be grateful. The affliction comes suddenly, with no apparent cause. I think this cursed place is driving us mad. If it weren't for the other refugees still coming to Darkmoon Grotto for aid, I would head for the surface and not look back. My pack was forced into servitude by an alliance of vampires and werewolves. Enslaved in a black castle, we toiled alongside others and endured horrible experiments. If it wasn't for Tranya and Score, I would still be there. They got a bunch of us out. With their strength and experience, we were able to break away from our captors and escape. They've created a safe haven for us here in the Aftermath. When we escaped Greymore Keep, Tranya and Score set up a sanctuary in the grotto. It was a safe place for those of us who had been freed to rest and regroup. Since the disease, however, we're not welcome in the grotto. We've made do in these caves. Affliction comes.
Please, stay calm, everyone. We will find Alchemist Razir.
What if he's already dead?
The affliction will catch us too. It's only a matter of time.
Are you fleeing from the affliction as well? If you are lost in the darkness, know that you are safe here with us. Yes, it's horrible. The afflicted are compelled to transform and then become violent, almost feral. We were close to finding a cure, but our alchemist, Razir, went missing. I fear something terrible may have happened. I'm not sure, but it's not like Alchemist Razir not to report back. My partner, Skjor, ran off to find him. I worry for him too. I want to search for them, but it's unwise to travel alone. Our non-werewolf allies barricaded themselves within the grotto. I need to speak with them and see if anyone might have seen where Razir was last headed. Don't judge them too harshly. They're just afraid. We know very little about the disease. Our allies are afraid that we could turn on them at any moment. It's fairly concerning. Not as much as I'd like. It strikes quickly and indiscriminately. Those who fall ill are consumed by an unnatural, violent rage. Nothing seems to get through to them. Their minds completely deteriorate. It varies. A friend of mine started showing symptoms a week before she was lost entirely. Others succumb overnight. I couldn't save them, but I will do what I can. Soon after our escape from our captors, my pack was enslaved and experimented upon by a sinister alliance of vampires. Skjor convinced me to fight back. He and I eventually overpowered our captors and got our people out. We hid out here and formed a community with others that had been subjected to the torture. We thought our troubles were over. How foolish we were. We're not coming in. But please, at least speak to us through the door. I think they'll listen.
You're not sick, are you? Be careful. If you hang around Tranya and her kind long enough, that might change. I'm truly sorry, but we can't risk letting anyone in. It's too dangerous. He's still missing? Gods, Razir believes the violent werewolves was the result of an infection. One that he could cure. He went out in search of one final ingredient to test for his latest recipe, and never returned. No, but I know he took his notes with him when he left. Perhaps if you looked for clues, there might be a trail to lead you to him. We want the cure found just as much as the others. Please, find Razir. He can fix all of this. Good. I hope he's all right. He's a brave man. Almost as soon as we heard Razir was missing, Skjor was asking after him. I told him it's the same thing I told you. We haven't seen him since then. He must still be out searching. Don't know how he's still standing. Much less he looked exhausted. His worry for Rasia seemed to take precedence, however. It's not unlike him. He's always protecting everyone else. He sometimes forgets to protect himself.
Those must be Razir's things. Let's keep looking up the ridge. There is a fire up by those ruins. Maybe Razir set up camp there. More journal pages. I think I see another. That looks like it might be the last of them. No sign of Razir himself. But his journal should at least give us a clue as to where he went. What is it? That's comforting. He must have been fairly confident to attempt the test. Impossible to say, but I hope with all my heart that he was. The cavern he writes about is nearby. We have a lead. Let's investigate. We need to get to the cavern quickly and see if Razir is there. It's funny. He's always been the strong one. They did awful things to him at Greymore Keep, but he never broke. He inspired me when I felt like giving up. I'm not totally sure. He doesn't talk about it much. I knew they experimented on him more than the rest of us, because he was the strongest. He said they altered his body. Brigvar!
The rage. It's gone. I have control of my senses once more. Please, you must save Rasia. He's our only hope. When I fell ill, I felt this all-consuming fury. I had no control over myself. My body was not my own. I've never felt so helpless. But Rasia cured me. My head feels clear again. I don't remember much. Just the rage. When I woke from it, Rasia stood over me. He was ecstatic, babbling about his cure being a success. Before I could ask him anything, we were attacked by Skjor. It all happened so fast. He ran. Skjor chased after him. Looked to me like they went east. I wanted to help, but I'm too weak. I could barely stand. I lost track of him after that. I don't know if he survived, but please. You have to look for him. His cure works. Be careful. Skewer's changed. He is no longer the man he once was. The disease has completely destroyed his mind. He won't hesitate to kill you.
You're not sick. Did Tranya send you? There is a cure for the affliction. I hid a few vials before I went to test it, just in case anything went wrong. Take my instructions. They will lead you to it. And tell Tranya, Score is lost. He succumbed to the affliction. His mind is gone. There's nothing there but rage. I thought there might be something left of the man he once was, but he's too far gone. He nearly killed me. I don't know. I just ran, hoping that I would lose him before I lost too much blood. He's still out there somewhere. Please, you have to find my cure. I'm too injured to retrieve it myself, but my instructions will lead you to it. Thank you. Please, don't let my work go to waste. Once I thought I had a suitable mixture for the cure, I knew I needed to test it. During my search, I found Brigvar. He was in a late stage of the affliction. I didn't know what would happen, but I had to try. Yes, I felt hopeful for the first time in weeks. But before I could even observe the full effects of the cure, Score attacked. I ran as hard as I could. I didn't want to die having only cured one person. There are so many more that need my help.
Razir, you're alive! Thank the gods! You found Razir. Thank you, friend. I'm glad to see he still breathes. What did he tell you? Good. Once we have the cure, we can stop the affliction from spreading. While you collect it, I'll get Razir safely back to the grotto. Meet us there when you obtain the cure. Cure found us. I did my best to fight them off, but he was too strong. The affliction transformed him. It took everything in me to just stall him. I told Razir to run, but Skjor went after him. Please, you have to save Razir. He must survive. They must have gone through the grotto. Take the path to the right. You'll have to swim. There is an entrance tucked back behind the cavern. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I just need to stop the bleeding. Go on without me, please. Hurry!
Skjor ran through here, chasing after Razir. Some of us tried to fight him off, but he's too powerful. We couldn't help Razir. And now I fear we are all infected. A cure! Thank you, stranger. Give it to me, and I'll make sure the others get it. You need to go after Razir. He's injured, and he can't hope to survive against Skjor.
Forcing our friends out was wrong, but we feared for our life.
Skjor, my friend. There was no way of saving him. He made sure of that. But I can't help but grieve for the man he was. Damn all of Greymore Keep for what they did to us. I'll survive. Now that I'm sure the cure works, I need not worry about the affliction. Thank you for your help. I owe my life to you and Tranya. Please, check on her and the others. I'll join you once I can catch my breath.
Look! They're both alive!
I'm glad to see you in one piece, friend. And thank you for saving Razir. The affliction will subside as we spread the cure to those still affected. And what of Skjor? I thought as much. But thanks to you, my people are safe. I would not let your help go to waste, nor will I let this tragedy sour the dreams Skor and I created here. Take this. We don't have much to offer, but we will never forget what you did for us. I will mourn Skjor. He was all I had in Greymore Keep. I would never have escaped without him. But I know he would want us to continue on. Dark Moon Grotto must remain a beacon of hope for all those who seek refuge in this darkness. The cure will take time to spread, but once it starts, the effect will quicken. Hopefully a few more of our fallen friends will return to us. It won't be easy by any means, but now that we can cure the infection, we have a way to move forward. My people need me. There are still those who endure countless horrors at Greymore Keep. I want to be there for them when they escape. And I vow to better understand this werewolf-vampire alliance so I can help put an end to all this suffering. The flow of escapees to our grotto is small but steady. Word of our community spread quickly. That is why I stay here instead of returning to my home. I can't bear the thought of anyone facing this darkness alone.
God damn it, run! Damn these Harrow storms and what they do to my people! I came here to learn what the Grey Host has planned, and what did I find? Good citizens of the Holds, afflicted by the Harrow storms and kept prisoner for some ungodly purpose. No matter how many I set free, the Herald will not leave this place. That's all I've been doing, and trying to get these afflicted people to leave this place. The Herald, the storm robs them of their will, their minds. I wasn't able to slip deeper into the camp, though. Agreed. There appear to be a number of Grey Host warlords in the camp, so discovering their plans should be possible. We need to be careful, though. I don't want us to wind up like the Herald, serving as food for these bastards. Messages have been coming and going since I arrived. I've heard the name Rada al-Saran, the Ashen Lord, spoken in hushed and revered tones. His name was on the communique you found, remember? We need to get down there and see what else we can learn. Hiding, building their forces, digging, undermining. That's the correct term, I think. Plus, they're collecting the Herald, herding them like cattle. It's monstrous what they're doing to these poor people. The only thing I'm sure of is I have to try. If my father won't act, then it falls on me to get things done. It's what my mother would want me to do.
I left the orders in my tent, but the Ashen Lord was clear. We need more Netherroot. See to the Undergrove immediately.
As you command, Pentok.
Let's listen in.
Exarch Zingalis has fallen. I have never seen Rada El Saran, our Ashen Lord, so filled with sorrow, or such rage.
Does the loss of the Exarch alter our plans?
Not in the least. The strike on Solitude will occur as planned after Exarch Ulfra tests the improved ritual in the Undergrove.
An attack on Solitude? We need to move quickly. The Grey Host definitely has something big planned. Let's search the tents for a copy of those orders. That's what we were looking for. Let's talk over there. Orders from Rada al-Saran. His words sent a chill down my spine. Their plan for Solitude? It might even be more dreadful than an all-out attack. We need to get back and determine the exact location of this Undergrove place. You saw what happened at Kilcreath and Carthwatch. Whatever they have planned for Solitude, it sounds a whole lot worse. I wish we knew more about this Rada al-Saran and what drives him. A family of monsters? Who could imagine vampires and werewolves working together? Let alone talking about one another like brothers and sisters. It's not natural. Fenorian has the right idea. Come up with a defense against the Harrowstorms. After that, we can take the fight directly to the Grey Host. Thanks for assisting me. I'll see you back in Solitude. We came down here to find out what the Grey Host has planned. But Fen still needs information about how the medallions are created, and a sample of the refined Netherroot brew. Help Fen and Lyris at the other camps. Then meet me in Solitude.
Just the adventurer I wanted to see. You look well, and you're just in time. I need a strapping assistant to help me traverse this ruin. It is less than pristine, I'll grant you, but the Dwemeric treasures within should be quite splendid. Indeed, I was conducting an ambitious experiment when my tools gave out. Someone or something ransacked this ruin some time ago, but I believe valuable power nodes and a master scepter still exist within. Perhaps you'd like to help me acquire them. Once we enter the scraps, we'll need to locate dormant Dwemer spiders. With my control rod, I'll command them to retrieve the power nodes for us. I'll need you to gallantly protect me from their more irritable brethren. I'd pay you for your effort. Once we head inside, we can scout out a few dormant spiders to do our bidding. Lead on, assistant. I will follow and observe. At a safe distance. You'll find me very partial to answering. Ask away, dear adventurer. Scraps. Of course, sobriquet for an astounding ruin. My research indicates that Dwemer used this place as a manufacturing, crafting. Some scholars believe that Dwemer were able to communicate with one another over vast distances through fascinating head. I don't dare to dream that I might communicate with the lost Dwemer themselves. But if I can unravel the secrets of the Mitre, I may find myself closer than... Oh, a little of this, a little of that. Traversing more Dwemer ruins in the pursuit of knowledge and discovery, tinkering with artifacts, keeping myself out of trouble for the most part. I'm quite pleased our paths have crossed again, assistant. We'll need Dwemer spiders to gather the nodes for us. Look for scrap piles. We might find some amidst the chaff. Keep an eye out for dormant spiders. In a ruin so thorough... An excellent question! How to explain? They operate like Dwemer. The power nodes are stored in crystals suspended above... Quickly now. Search the scrap heaps for an intact spider I can convince to help us. Excellent work, assistant. Now, let me give it orders to get us the power node. This may take some searching. Look high and low for an inactive spider. There we are. Go on and get the note, little one. Isn't it just magnificent how Dwemer technology endures? There! The Master Scepter is just beyond those animunculi. good, you made it out. That's certainly enough hostile Dwemer creations for one day, I should think. I trust you still have the necessary components? Wonderful! Now my experiment can continue without interruption. You make a fine assistant. I'm glad my trust in you was not misplaced. Please, take this as an expression of my gratitude. You've more than earned it. I think I'll take a moment to catch my breath. No experiment has ever been helped by a nervous disposition. In fact, a great many of them have been thwarted by it. While working with miters, one must maintain a clear head. Now I intend to uncover the secrets of the Dwemer miter. Scholars bicker about its uses, but no one truly understands it. And those who have been foolish enough to try and don one themselves are no longer able to tell us much of anything at all. As do I, dear assistant. But for that, I must work uninterrupted. I am deeply grateful for your help, but you will have to wait for the results of my findings along with the Dwemeric scholarly community.
I did what she hired me to do. No sense in feeling guilty for not doing more. If you're headed up that way, watch out for the crazy high elf lady. She's shrill enough to make even the nastiest critters down here tuck tail and run. Her name's Talene. She hired me to find her husband, so I did. Now the old horker is going on about having one last adventure. He wants to go after some creatures in the mine. Talene asked me to join him, but I'm not trying to die down here. Don't know. Go find him if you're so curious. His name is Vigol. Says they used to call him the hero of the Hafingar back in his glory days. Got to admire his spirit. But you ask me, I think it's time for him to find a new line of work.
Go on, get yourself killed, you old fool. See if I care. That man infuriates me so much I could incinerate him with a fire summoning, then dump his ashes into a resurrection pot just so I could do it again. I married the damn fool, so I suppose I have no one to blame but myself. You heard right. Vigor reached 73 years old last month, but still thinks he can adventure like he's 20. He heard rumors about strange beasts picking off miners down here, so he and Pickle set out to kill a few for old time's sake. Vigor's dog and favorite adventuring companion. I trust him to keep Vigor safe most days, but he's getting up in age too. Ha! I should have never married a Norn. Always with the heroics. Would you help me? I'll pay you what I can. Thank you. Vigor may be an old fool, but he's my old fool. And gods damn it, I don't know what I'd do without him. You'll find him in the mine. He can't have gone far. I was giving him an earful just a few minutes ago. It's been abandoned for years. The locals call it Lightless Hollow. Some say it's haunted. Rumors started popping up about awful pale creatures lurking inside. There were attempts to reopen it, but the miners who tried never came back out. Besides being a courageous idiot, he's the greatest man I've ever known. He's proud, whip-smart, and surprisingly fit for his age. But he ignores his own limitations far too often. Now that he's getting older, I worry for his health.
What is it, Pickle? You smell something, boy. Lightless Hollow is a dangerous place to wander, friend. I've heard rumors of bloodthirsty creatures roaming these tunnels. I fear they might be the ones responsible for a group of missing miners. If you value your life, I advise you to turn back. Yes, and that's putting it kindly if the rumors are true. I've heard them called a number of different things. Bogles, clattercoats, snow ghosts. Pale, hunched things with noses like bats and pointed ears. I plan on killing any I see. You ran into Telene, did you? A good woman. But the older I get, the more she worries. I'll admit I'm not as young as I used to be. But can I not have this one last adventure? I've made my decision. Come along if you like, but don't try to stop me. Lovely. Pickle and I are glad to have you, right, boy? I think he's found an odor of interest. He's quite the tracker, you know. Follow that scent, Pickle. Lead on, and we shall endeavor to keep pace. Got something, Pickle? Lead on. What is it, Pickle? Good boy. One of the miners. Poor bastard. Sorry we were too late. How strange. A blade made of chitin. How odd. I've never seen anything quite like it. The craftsmanship is unusual, too. Aside from the fact that no one uses them, at least no one that I've ever heard of. Harvesting chitin tough enough to use as a weapon is much more complicated than simple forging. It's not easy work, which is why you don't see them around too often. It's possible these Bogles are intelligent enough to do something other than steal livestock and haunt nightmares. But one blade is hardly enough to go on. This looks like where the miners set up camp. See if you can find anything else of interest. Pickle seems to be onto something. You search the camp while I see what he's onto. A bit of machinery. Looks to be of dwarven make. The mystery demons. Did you find something? Must have been terrible. I can't imagine being stuck down here, afraid that something is lying in wait in the darkness. Was there anything else? Perhaps they still live. Maybe we're not too late after all. That gives us something to go on, at least. Looks like Pickle's got the scent again. Let's follow him. Wait for us, boy! Well, look at that. I suppose we found our dwarven ruins. Ah, this chasm is no obstacle. I'll simply use this. Ah, sorry. I got ahead of myself. Not to worry. Pickle will help you find another way round.
You're not one of those things. I didn't think I'd see another living person down here. I was. We were down here to reopen this place after it got abandoned, but we got attacked by these horrible monsters. They overran our camp, dragged the others off. I managed to get away, but God, it was awful. They were pale and sickly looking, hunched over like old hags with sharp teeth. Had this weird armor, too. They killed Trilva. He was my friend. They're going to kill the others, too. I just know it. Stop them, please, I beg you. I'm getting out of here. Please, find the others. Save them.
You made it! Not that I had any doubt. Pickle's sense of direction is unparalleled. Couldn't ask for a finer adventuring companion. Did you have any trouble along the way? Then we must mount a rescue. How thrilling! I couldn't have asked for a better send-off. I'll scout an escape route for us to ensure that we have a way out. You track down the miners. We'll meet up and make our dashing getaway. Excellent! Keep Pickle with you. He's likely to come in handy. Oh, this is shaping up to be a fine last adventure. We're not finished yet, I know, but I'm already in your debt. You've helped grant an old man's last foolhardy wish. Let's finish this!
The sooner we get Mankind, please get us out of here. We had to watch as those hideous creatures killed our friends. I can still hear the screams. I just want to go home. How did you even find us down here? Oh, that must have been Skeg. Thank the gods he's still alive. Those monsters are everywhere. How are we going to get out? Lead on. We'll do our best to keep up.
Quickly, up here! Excellent work, my friend. And Pickle, of course. Come, we must not waste time. I found another way out of here. The passage beyond this door is the most direct route back to the camp. Though, there is one small problem. Unfortunately, once I passed through it, a switch was set off, and it locked behind me. I've a bit of experience with dwarven mechanisms, actually. There's a trick to releasing them from the ledge above the door. My grappling device should get me up there. And remind me to tell you how I discovered it sometime. Oh, it's a fine story. When I give the word, you throw the door lever, while I tug on the counterweight. The door should open with no trouble. I'll need to keep a solid grip on the counterweight to keep it from closing on you. You let me worry about that, friend. Just get everyone else out safely. Now, if you're ready, let's get a move on. The culmination of my final adventure awaits. Okay, shouldn't be but a moment. Just need to find the proper... There it is! Ugh. Wait! Something's coming! Go, get to safety! I'll draw them away!
made it. But wait, where is my husband? Where's Vigor? What's become of my husband? He what? How could you let him do that? How could you leave him behind? He could have... Oh, Vigor, my love. No, please no. I can't bear this world without you by my side. Why did he have to go and do such a thing? I suppose you're right. He truly was a great hero. Perhaps it was a fitting end for him. Thank you for going into that dark place at his side. It comforts me to know that he wasn't alone down there.
Don't plan the funeral just yet, love.
Vigor, is it really you?
Who else? Ah, what a finale that was. Sorry if I gave you a bit of a scare. That was closer than I'm proud to admit. But it all worked out, didn't it? This has been a memorable conclusion to a long and storied career. Thank you for your fellowship. And your indulgence. Escape? Bah! I drove them off, killed as many as I could. But I had to run when I got the opportunity. It's not exactly a comfort to know the myths of pale beasts that steal babes and slaughter livestock are real. But it felt good to gut some. Not sure I really want to know. Anyway, thanks for looking after Pickle. The way he's looking at you, oh, I don't know that he's ever looked at me that fondly. I think you've made a friend for life. And you've certainly found one in me as well. I used my wits, my faithful dog, and my grappling hook to rescue those who needed rescuing, and made it back in one piece. Best of all, I made a new friend. It was everything I hoped for and more. Here, take this as a token of my appreciation. Now, I take on the most challenging adventure of all. Marriage. Full time. I got damn lucky with Talene. She's better to me than I deserve. I'm going to spend the rest of my life making it up to her. My friend, I will always be the king of my castle. But from now on, I think I'll let Talene make all the decisions. I'm happy just to be with her. Wherever she takes me, I'll gladly go.
We are in your debt, stranger.
Thank you again for what you did.
Thank you for assisting my fool husband. I hope he's ready for warmer weather, because I plan to drag his sorry ass to Somerset and keep him there permanently. Yes, it's relaxing. Somewhere we could build a home. I'd show him the beaches, warm waters, and he'd be so bored there. Maybe we'll travel instead. See all of Tamriel while he's still healthy. It will be an adventure for him, but a safe one. Thanks again for bringing him home.
Now, I take on the most challenge...
deep crag Kwama mine had some trouble recently. I always wondered why they call it a mine. They just harvest eggs.
Ah! Oh, thank God you're not one of these tomb robbers. Or another ghost. I've had my fill of ghosts. Mainly one ghost, honestly. A distant ancestor. Every time I try to sleep, he's in my dreams. I've barely had an hour's rest since I came to Dusktown. It's going to kill me if it doesn't drive me mad first. He's been calling me here, I think. To put him to rest, I think. He's being tormented as much as he's tormenting me. I came to this terrible place to find his remains. But the tomb robbers have angered the dead, and I'm terrified to step foot into the barrow alone. My damned ancestor is the traitor Jarl, Hagridden. He was buried alive in the Midnight Barrow long before I was born. Unfortunately, he has no tomb, and what's left of him has been scattered around by these Draugr thieves. My family only speaks his name to curse it. I'm told he betrayed his hold, so he was cast into the Midnight Barrow with other exiles and traitors, far out of reach of Sovngarde. I can't say whether he deserved that, but I know he suffered for it. Call it a feeling. What I've seen in my dreams are a jumble of incoherent events and feelings. There's little that I remember that makes any sense, but when I wake, there's a pall that hangs over me, like I've been wronged somehow. This place, I think. I've only seen glimpses of it in my dreams. It used to be a place where terrible criminals were exiled to be forgotten, until it met ghouls picking the bones of the dead. Necromancers and the like. They seem to be the ones who found this old lost barrow. I saw my ancestors' remains in my dreams, but I only know roughly where they are.
You thought no one would find out, that none of us would survive. One is enough to expose your treason.
I gave no such order!
I have your betrayal in your hand and stained in our blood!
Sending his soldiers into a trap?
Don't you love me, Hagridden? Do you want to see me grow old, wither, and die? It's a small sacrifice for eternity.
Listen to yourself, Esinia. Even one life is too many. I can't make that kind of sacrifice, not even for you.
Sacrifice? Just what was that woman asking for?
treason against your hold and your people. We cast you from the halls of your ancestors. May they never know your name.
I did not betray my hold. She's the one who should face your judgment.
Seal him in.
Oh, gods! I can feel his terror! It's suffocating! Of you then talk.
Jarl Hagridin has a matter of urgency for you to attend to.
What does he know to send us this far into the Reach?
You have your orders, Thane. I trust you know enough to carry them out.
That's everything. Let's get out of here with Hagridin's remains before we join these tortured souls. I can't believe I'm still alive. That place will haunt my nightmares long after my damned ancestor's ghost gives me rest. May I have him, please? I can't help but pity Hagridin, despite what he's put me through. I felt his torment. An eternity in the Midnight Barrow seems cruel, even for a traitor. From what I saw, it seems like he was the one who was betrayed. Was he really innocent? That was my feeling, but I didn't know if it was Hagridin affecting me. I wonder what became of the woman who betrayed him. Did she get what she desired from those people's sacrifice? I'll take them to a temple for consecration, and see that he gets a proper burial. It won't be a Jarl's funeral, but hopefully it'll allow him to reach Sovngarde. Then I can finally get some rest. You've spared us both. Thank you. Oh, the things we do for a good night's sleep.
I'm free. I can't believe I'm free of her. I escaped. I never thought I would escape. I have to get out of here. I am now. I think. I was part of a larger group heading into Greymore Keep. Lady Asenia. She was looking for some help. Promised good pay. But as soon as we stepped in the gates, we were attacked. They dragged away the others, and I ran. Well, that's not the whole of it. A Khajiit woman came to my aid. I've never seen someone move so quickly. It allowed me to escape. Medusa, that was her name. She told me to find someone named Gwendis outside. But I have to go. I can't stay here. Wait! You there. What do you want? Wow. You're the last person I expected to see down here. But you have impeccable timing. Medusa's in trouble. You remember her, right? One of the vampires of the Raven Watch. From Rivenspire? Anyway, she entered Greymore Keep and hasn't returned. Oh, no reason. Just rumors of arcane cyclones and subterranean castles, that sort of thing. We go where our troublemaking kin go, and our kin are definitely up to trouble here in Skyrim. I just wish there were more of us. Rivenspire's issues will keep, for a while at least. This, though, if we let this fester, it'll be on Castle Ravenwatch's doorstep quick as a rabid jerboa. Like Verandus used to say, act, lest you be acted upon. Too right. Right now, I just want to get my sister back. Once she's in hand, I guess we sniff out some reliable allies and plot out where we can do the most good. I just wish Verandus was around. He'd know what to do, allies or no. Verandus did what he thought was right in Rivenspire. You both saved us all. It's hard though, you know? Sometimes I glance at his empty chair. This isn't helping. I keep thinking there must be a way to... Never mind. Medusa first. Wow. Look up. It's hard to miss. Lady Asenia, the Blood Queen, holds court inside. Or at least she did. Apparently she bent the knee to some ancient vampire from the west. She's called on every vampire in Skyrim to join her here and do likewise. That's what we thought. But the vampires who go into the keep never come out. Medusa slipped in with a group of recruits to take a look around. That was days ago. It's been too long. I'm going in after her. I could use a hand, if you're willing. You're a lifesaver, literally, if all goes well.
First, we need to find a way into the keep. Greymoor elites and their death hounds guard the main gate. No use trying a frontal assault. We've got to find another route. A postern door or something. It seems unintuitive, I know. But I've snuck into enough castles to know there's always another route. A postern door if we're lucky. A sewage pipe if we're not. I'm feeling lucky. How about you? If I had to guess, far side of the courtyard. It's a long, open approach. Too many sight lines to breach in a siege. Luckily, no one's expecting us. Plus, the patrols seem to favor that area. Guards need to have something to guard, right? Not much. Frustrating, right? My sister and I make it our business to know all the major players in vampire circles. Until a few weeks ago, we didn't even know this place existed, let alone who sat on the throne. Frankly, it's a little embarrassing. Well, she's ruthless. No surprise there. A cunning alchemist, too. What I find most remarkable is how she's managed to avoid all the scheming and politicking. I haven't heard a single vampire plotting her downfall. That's unusual. Vampires live for conspiracy. It's practically the national sport. Local clans like the Volkahai haven't moved against her, and they've got a lot to gain if she falls. It's weird. And now she capitulates to an outsider? I don't get it. Or clever, but yeah, powerful's more likely. Between you, me, and the stalactites, anyone strong enough to pluck a castle like this out from under a vampire like the Blood Queen is someone I'd just as soon avoid. Let's start with the courtyard. I'll meet you there. Crawling with Asenia's troops. They've got to be protecting something. Let's just hope it's an entrance. Likely find worse things than this inside the keep. Come on. This looks promising. Let's just hope it leads to a juicer. Unless I miss my guess, the horrors we've seen so far will pick.
please. I'll submit. Tell Esenia I'll do anything she asks.
Prisoners, come on, let's hurry.
Be silent, children. I won't tell you again.
Adusa! Adusa, are you here?
Adusa? The Khajiit? I know where she is, Elf. Release us and I'll tell you.
Look at these people. The skin. The eyes. What is Esenia doing to them? To Adusa? I know these vampires might have misguided loyalties, but no one deserves this. Whatever this is. I've been tortured before. I would have said anything to get out of it. Anything. Then again, he's our only lead. I guess I'll have to risk it. Yeah. Just let me... got it. Look up. See those chains connected to the cages? We need to find the mechanism that lifts and lowers them. Up on that balcony, maybe. Good. I'll keep watch down here, just in case any of Esenia's soldiers stroll through. If you manage to open the cages, I'll grab our informant and meet you on your way back down. Just hurry. We're all undead, but he really looks the part. Poisoned them, I'd wager. Some sort of alchemical experimentation. To what end? That's the question. I just have to believe that Adusa's weathered the effects. She's tough as an Alikir mule. Even so. No, she's fine. She has to be. The Blood Fiends in Rivenspire, maybe? You know, those vampires that the Lightless Remnant drove mad. But this seems different. There's intention here. She's looking for something. Let's pray she never finds it. Depends on what you mean by her own kind. Not all vampires are created equal. Most vampires become what they are by contracting a disease. Others, though, purebloods, can trace their powers right back to the source. To Molag Bal. Wouldn't surprise me. Huge underground castle. Hordes of minions. Obvious megalomania. She fits the type. The bad news is purebloods wield far greater power than an average vampire. The good news is... well, I guess there is no good news. Sorry. Quickly! Except you, Nord. You're coming with us.
What? No! We'll talk outside. I'm not going to...
You are going to, or I'm going to throw you back in that cage. Now move!
As bad as it seems.
All right. You're safe. Now talk.
You're fools if you think you'll survive this place on your own. I've seen what Esenia does to people. You have no idea what she's capable of. This Wood Elf's friend, Adusa, she's likely dead. Or worse. Fine. If you want to be her next test subject, so be it. The Blood Queen lured my clan here with promises of protection and glory. We were a small family. Just 4 of us in all. So we came to Greymoor Keep expecting a warm welcome. They cast us into those pens like dogs. It didn't take long before the tests started. They forced us to drink tinctures, endure injections. They slaughtered anyone who refused. Occasionally, Esenia would come down to select someone for further study. Yes,
Most of the Khajiit died early, but that Adusa weathered it without so much as a whimper. Yesenia mentioned a laboratory beyond the Arboretum. She said something about completing the transformation there. That's all I know. Now let me go! The interrogation is over now, right? I need to find a healer. A witch to purge whatever this is out of my blood. You got what you wanted. Now let me go. Can't you see I'm in pain? I'll answer a few questions more, but I need to escape this place. I can't think. Only that it would unlock our true potential, our hidden strength. Unless my hidden strength is vomiting bile until nothing's left but heaves, I think she's missed the target. What a load of skeever piece. It did drive a few vampires mad, though. I mean just what I said. They went feral, hissing and growling like animals. Sometimes I feel like I'm bound for the same fate. It's been harder to think, to talk. The light gets too bright sometimes, even candlelight. I have to find a healer. Better than most. I wager that's why Yesenia took her to the laboratory. The Blood Queen's looking for something specific. I don't know what it is, but your Adusa might have it. Too bad for her. Yes, the Ashen Lord. No one mentions his name. They only whisper about him. The way peasants whisper about Aldwin while they clutch their prayer stones. I've never seen him, but if Yesenia swore fealty to him, it must be something horrible.
A laboratory, eh? Fair enough. Our informant will be all right. I'm not... A dead end, damn it. No signs of an arboretum or a laboratory. There's got to be a way through. That note. This place is even worse. So there's a password.
Must finish, must clean, holds the books in place.
A secret door. Of course the lunatic alchemist has a secret door. Let's go. All this vegetation. How does it even grow down here? Watch your step, all right? Take it from a wood elf. Not all plants have your best interest in mind. So, Esenia needs an heir of Arondis? Damn it. What could the Count's bloodline have to do with this?
Please, no more, Blood Queen. My veins run dry. Or is it my roots? What? I can't see. What? Wait, who are you? You're not here to prune me. It hurts so much. Esenia did this to me. The transformation didn't take hold, you see? My blood's too thin. Like water, she said. Thin as water. The Crimson Ascent. The journey to Blood Knighthood. It hurts. She twists your heart, your mind, draws out the wrath buried in the blood. No, please. Every branch, every root, like a raw nerve, an exposed vein. Please, just let me die. Stop, Esenia. Stop her Blood Knights. We forfeit our souls. Make it worth something. Make it.
Esenia means to turn a Dusa into one of these beasts? One of these Blood Knights? Not on my watch. Wait a moment. Can we talk? Sorry. I know we don't have much time. I just need to prepare myself, you know? And I need something from you. Whatever we encounter beyond these doors, Blood Knights, Lady Esenia, even this Ashen Lord, I can handle that. But if we find my sister Adusa, and she's been transformed, I need you to do what's necessary, because I won't be able to. Yes, something even worse than a Blood Knight, no doubt. That's hardly a comfort. Just promise me you'll do what you have to do. Adusa deserves better than whatever Esenia has planned for her. Good. And you know, thanks. I wish my master Verandis was here, but with you by my side, I still feel like victory is possible.
completion. The heir of Verandus is mine!
Get up, please!
Verandus' essence is mine! Behold!
Medusa, please! Answer me!
Goodness, you came. Of course I did, you mangy scamp. Take a breath. Then we're getting you out of here.
The hero of Rivenspire. It is good to see you again. You helped this one's sister, yes? You have the thanks of House Ravenwatch, Walker. We have little to offer, but our memory is very long. Now, you killed that monster Esenia, yes? This one has seen better moons. I do not know if any trace of Esenia's corruption still flows through my veins. Adusa feels weak, but clear-headed. Unlike the Blood Knights. Only time will tell, yes? Hard to say. Esenia took long notes, you see? Very thorough. One of the Ashen Lord's alchemists may pick up where she left off. But it will take time. Time enough to strike this latest threat to Skyrim through the heart. A good question. One Adusa has asked herself many times. Unfortunately, only one person can answer that. And he is far away. We will have time to think on this later. First, we must escape this place, yes?
Come on. Those Blood Knights will be on top of us any moment now. I'll take care of Adusa. You go on. Meet us at my camp outside, all right? She's resting. I'm glad to see you made it out of that place in one piece. I had to carry Adusa half the way. After everything she's just been through, she needs her rest. And a meal. I honestly don't know. I hope so. There's so much I don't know about the Ravenwatch bloodline. About Verandus' origins. Will the strength of our blood help her heal? Or will it cling to Esenia's experiments all the more? It's a mystery. Yeah, you're right. I'll keep a close eye on her. And I have a few alchemists that owe me favors. The important thing is that we're together. Sisterhood is a powerful bond. It'll take more than some gross experiments to break us apart. Take this. Call it a keepsake for everything you've done for House Ravenwatch. And for me. The vampiric threat still looms large here in Skyrim, but with Esenia out of the way, I think we've got a fighting chance. Next stop, the surface. After this business, I'd be willing to go topside in the middle of the day. Of course I am. Just thinking about what we saw in there. I always felt like I had a grip on what vampirism was, you know? But now the world's filling up with monsters I couldn't dream up in my worst nightmares. Verandas never prepared us for this. You're right, of course. But this isn't over. Not by a long shot. I'm sorry. I'm babbling. Just tired, you know? I need rest. We'll probably be here for a while. You're welcome to shelter at our camp whenever you pass by.
Those howls we used to hear, turns out they were werewolves.
Down here, they sounded like caged dogs. I hope someone set them free.
What? You got more bad news? Or you just want to bother me for the fun of it? You saying she's dead? Damn. She was a fine-looking Lord girl. Shame that happened. She, leave a note or anything? Not like in that way, but maybe she had some feelings for me. I know she fancied me, even if she didn't say so. It was that damn Kelbarn, wasn't it? Always mooning over her. Never thought she'd be stupid enough to fall for him. Well, just give me the samples. I'll pay you for the trouble. You take your money and get out of here. A shame Nguya won't be coming around anymore. I liked when she was nearby, if you know what I mean. You again? What, you fancy me or something? Realize dead? Ismir's gods! He was a good worker, even if he was a lizard. I thought he'd catch a break prospecting, pay off some bad debts of his. Poor luck for him. I'll take the lizard samples and pay you for your trouble. Good enough. You can figure the lizard... Rila didn't die for nothing. This batch of samples looks promising. Here's your money. Hopefully you don't find any more of my miners. If you're going to tell me someone else is dead, you better make it worth my time. The cat? Where is she? Oh, I can see in your eyes. She's gone. This note say anything? Knew I couldn't trust her. Job gets hard, then she runs out. Yeah, just like her to leave the dishes to me, damn cat. Fine, I'll take the samples and pay you for the news. Here's your pay, now get out of here. I got work to do. These samples need to be tested, and there's some damn dishes to wash. Walk off, pal. No time for useless chatting. constantly interrupt me when I'm working. Snap it out! Imagine that. Gambors is dead, huh? Well, that's unfortunate. I don't suppose you found some ore samples he was supposed to collect, did you? That's all. I knew he was a sneak. Thought he could spy here without me catching on. And I know you think I killed Garbos, but you've got no proof. Give me the ore and take the money. It's over. Nobody's going to find anything. Whatever Garbos thought he found, I'm running everything clean. His letter is worthless. I've washed the dishes thanks to you. It's over. Fuck off, pal. No time for useless chatter. Well, aren't you all upset? But then you didn't argue about getting paid. I'm sure the consortium would find that interesting. Seems like you're in this as deep as me, partner.
I hope our two ghost hunters... I'm not giving up on this venture. Maybe, but we can...
Though we weren't dealing in happiness is...
You did it! I'm not quite...
I thought my time in Senchal was troublesome, so I chose to follow a mercantile opportunity in Blackreach.
Those howls we used to hear. Turns out they were werewolves.
Down here, they sounded like caged dogs. I hope someone set them